refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me keep on running. Toes they gonna take it.
This is when we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I felt it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. Excited about today's episode, y'all. We got some great stuff to talk about. Today's topic, theme, you want to call it, Tomo, is must win. Must win. I know we're only in week 6. People might say it's too early to have a must win, but don't speak too soon because are the Eagles in the must win versus the Cleveland Browns? We got to talk about that. Are the 49ers in a must-win versus a division rival, the Seattle Seahawks? Are the New York Jets a must-win versus a division rival, the Buffalo Bills? And lastly, are the Bengals, are they in a must-win versus an NFC East foe, New York Giants? But look, I'm feeling good. My name is First Place Joe, if I haven't told y'all. And I'm excited, man. I got something. Tomo, it's burning up. It's burning up. First, I'm gonna introduce you first, Tomo. Tomo, I got my boy here, Mr. Mr. Your Don Son, co-host of In the Red Corner. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good. You see, my managers walked in. They told me about you talking about must win, so they was like, go ahead, pick the Eagles because they wanted the teams that must win. They was like, go ahead, pick the 49ers because Dave ain't here, so they must win. So I just had to share that with y'all. But other than that, I'm doing good. I'm ready to see who you gonna pick. Because my manager told me which way I'm going, so there's no surprise on where I'm going. But I see you got the shades on. I forgot mine because you said these are first place shades, and I was just watching FFC, and first place ain't no thing for Mr. 5-0. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Where's my crowd? Where's my crowd? Die down. But I'm doing good, man. Let's get the show on the road. How you?
Hey, shout out to Coach, man. I was very, very theatric.
Bro, that was hilarious.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I was just mad I was first. But top, burning. Oh, hey, man, hey, how much longer? Okay, we got some bird stew cooking up in the kitchen right now. Ain't gonna be done until Sunday like around 4:15, 4:30. There it is. So yeah, shout out to my wife. She cooked. Hey, she's stirring that pot, man. Look, it's pretty hard to do that because they looking pretty good, but it's gonna be ready by 4:15, 4:30. If you want some time, let me know. I'll invite you over and we can have some burst too. But look, make sure y'all like this. First of all, Tom, I'm sorry. It's Thursday, Friday Eve. My boy Dave not here right now, but he's here in spirit. And guess what, Tomo? We gotta turn up one time for my boy Dave.
Turn me up.
I'm sorry, Dave. We got to start with your team. Is it a must win? But before we do that, make sure y'all like this video on 2 platforms, Facebook and YouTube. So like it on both of the platforms. We can see it if y'all like it. So hit that like button, all right? And also, make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can find us at Refuse to Lose Sports everywhere except for X R2L Sports. So you can follow us and subscribe to all social media platforms. Last but not least, make sure y'all share this video with somebody y'all know because they could be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Shout out to my boy Ty. he's in a different country. He just showing us a time in military time. So that's all he's doing.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing, right? Shout out to my boy Ty. Eat some JD turkey legs Sunday night. There it is, right? So yeah, last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
Man, they are coming at you in the comments, yo. That is insane. Man. They coming at you like the 49ers are yeah. I ain't know you. Yeah, I was waiting for you to see that. They coming at you like the 49er fans are starting to come at Kyle Shanahan. I mean, I believe our brother Dave said it a while ago. He was like, man, I think it's time for him to go. And a lot of people was like, man, what you talking about? You can't fire Kyle. Like, Kyle got y'all to the Super Bowl. Kyle got y'all as one of the best offenses. I mean, we all know the tree. Coming from a Cowboy fan, I can name you all the coaches on the tree because they know how to beat us. But also with the defense, Robert Saleh out there too. I'm just saying if y'all want to reunite. But again, some saying the quarterback may have to go zero dog Purdy because these losses ain't adding up. I know you missing out on some weapons, but some of these games you're not supposed to lose. Shout out to the Cardinals. What y'all do to the Cardinals, yo?
42, what? 14? Easy money.
Man, it's starting to look like some of the scores that's posted in the comments. But the Seahawks are looking to snap the skid against the rival 49ers. And like Joe said, the theme is who must win. Well, Joe already told the people what my manager said. So you got to tell me, must win for the 49ers or the Seahawks?
Tombo, this is a must win. Definitely for the 49ers. Must win, Tombo. They had to win this game. The 49ers are 2-3. All right. And 2 of their losses already, Tombo, is to the Rams when they had a double-digit lead, and to the Cardinals when they had a double-digit lead. Looking like John Harbaugh for a second. Anyways, 2 losses to division opponents. So if they lose to the Seahawks, Tombo, last year, guess what? They feasted off their division. They were 6-0 on their division. They go 0-3, Tombo. That's going to be a catastrophe. You know why? 2-4. Let me remind you who they got to play next. Guess what they got next on the schedule? Kansas City. 2-5. Shall I show you that too? Imagine they go 2-5. And then Tombo, you're going to feel much better going against them after that. Then it's y'all.
If we beat the Lions, I don't know. If we beat the Lions and going up against the 2-5 49ers, I might come on here a different guy.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because if they lose to the Seahawks, Tombo, that's right there that showed me that they're vulnerable. And that y'all are capable of beating this team. They gave up. They keep giving up double-digit leads. I wish I had the stats. I'm gonna find them. I got the stats. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna let you go first. Mm-hmm. But when you come out, I'm gonna show you the stats. Brock Purdy first half stats versus the second half stats. All right, but they got to win this game because not only they got Kansas City, they got y'all. They got the Buccaneers, who is not a slouch. They got the Seahawks again. They got Green Bay. They got Buffalo. The Bears, the Rams. You know, they get kind of easy after that. But the Chiefs, if they lose to the Chiefs, 2-5 right there. So I feel like this is a must win for them. You know, because number one, they 0-2 in the division, and they got the Kansas City Chiefs after this. They can't go 2-5.
I'm with you on that one, and more so because of what you said about the division. Thinking about them coming off of that upset with the Cardinals and then going out against the Seahawks, who've lost their identity for what some of the fans are saying about how they don't run the ball anymore. They just out here passing the ball. And I think Geno threw, he had 42 attempts in his last game. And then in the Lions game, they threw the ball more than they ran too. And it was technically just like, if you just run the ball a little bit more, you could possibly win the game. Their identity is running the ball and defense. When you think about the 49ers, a lot of people, I'm gonna just throw it out there. I know people probably saying it already, but CMC not here. Jordan is doing this thing, but it's like this offense, was it really funneling through the running back? Because again, the double-digit leads have been blown because what? They don't have that threat back there now. Like, well, if CMC not back there, I can take my chance with BA. I can take my chance with Juwan Jennings. I've seen Kittle before, and Kittle's been making plays this season too. See, the 1 year I don't draft him on my fantasy team, he actually he was anemic to the end zone. But anyway, and then you also got to worry about Debo. So again, seems like we can scheme for what Kyle has. But when you have that threat of CMC back there, it makes a world of difference. That running back, you have to bring more people in the box. and he can also catch outside of the backfield too. So that opens up more for Kittle down the middle of the field. That opens up for Debo and his trick plays when he's doing trick plays. That also helps BA too, because remember BA started off with that slow start, and now imagine if CMC was there. I think BA would have had a faster start, even though he did miss training camp, even though he did hold out, like I said, to get paid. But again, having that running back and having more people focus on that backfield helps you out. Purdy has been balling out, though. I'm not going to say he's one of them guys that needs weapons to win. It's just that you got no CMC for the first 5 weeks. You got coming off a Super Bowl loss. You already got that record looming over you.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule doesn't help you out either because, again, first place schedule, you're going to get first place opponents. So they need this more. This actually, they remind me of the Cowboys going into the Steelers game. It's like, you need this win. Like, regardless of how you get it, you need this win because everything else after that ain't going to be pretty. So, they need this more than the Seahawks.
That's a good point because y'all, we said it's a must win for y'all because who y'all opponents were afterwards. Y'all had the Lions and 49ers back to back. And y'all bye week in between. And 49ers, but the difference is this is a division game. They are already 0-2. Y'all are 1-0 in your division at least. And look, Brock Purdy numbers in the first half, Tomo, passing yards 140, second half 134, which is pretty good. TD interception ratio, first half 5-0, second half 1-4.
Sheesh.
Passing rating in the first half 105, second half 82. I mean, I'm not saying nothing wrong about. I think Brock Purdy has been balling. It's not all on Brock Purdy because some of the interceptions were tip passes and stuff like that.
No, that's a pick.
Huh?
That's a pick. My quarterback get it. That's a pick. I'm sorry. I had to fight for 15 interceptions. That's a pick.
It's a pick. But yeah, definitely it's a must win.
It's like he knew the docket. It's just like he knew. Did somebody text Kev? Kev, if you're free, we can send you the link too. You can come on here and actually add your 2 cents if you want to, man. Just let us know, man. If you somewhere around, because that's exactly where we going. Even though
shout out to Kev, member of R2L family.
There we go. And I'm gonna read the comments. Say Browns are an AFC matchup. They don't help the Eagles. Well, Kev, some would beg to differ because you're gonna need all these brownie points because coming off a bye week, the Eagles are looking to get their wings back right because it's been a very up and down type of start. And I don't know if anybody watches like Animal Planet or know anything about birds, but when they try to go fly, they try to go off a cliff. And sometimes they fly straight, they drop straight down and then they float their way back up. Right now, they're dropping straight down and it's looking like a free fall. Is it Nick Sirianni? No one's saying the KM name, so I'm not going to say KM. But they're like, Saquon, we don't have our right tackle. We don't have our wide receivers. What's going on? And now, coming off the bye week, everybody's coming back. Must win. I know they're in the AFC, Kev. He said, no, you literally just got here, which was smart because coming off of this bye week, you all need this more psychologically than I would say actually in the record column. You all need this win because, again, all the names I just said, Nick Sirianni's on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? You cannot lose to the Browns. One, Nick Sirianni. I'm going to say it one more time. You cannot lose to the Browns. Again, Nick Sirianni, you cannot lose to the Browns. Did you see Deshaun Watson last week? Did you see what he looked like? He literally gave up on the team in the middle of the game. All 22. I think it was you that posted it, Joe, or was it on Twitter?
That was me.
Players were wide open, like wide open. And he was just like, I'm going to run the ball. It was even times where he could have attempted a pass and he just held onto the ball. So, again, you got Jalen Carter, you got Jordan Davis, you got BG. I mean, they already say, was it Cooper DeJean starting in the nickel? So they already making changes right there. You done got rid of Devin White. So that, again, the changes have been made throughout the bye week. So psychologically, you go out there and lose to this Browns team with Deshaun Watson as a starting quarterback, you might want to be worried. I'm sorry. With all your weapons back, too. Let's put that out there, too.
Is it a must win for the Eagles? Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. Like, basically, it's a must win psychologically, and it's a must win for Sirianni.
Yes.
Because unlike the Jets, y'all got 2 head coaches as your coordinators. Let's just call it a spade. Kellen Moore has been interviewed as a head coach. Fangio also. Y'all have 2 potential head coaches as your coordinator. So they can easily get rid of Sirianni and replace him with one of your coordinators. So, Tomo, what I'm looking forward, the reason why, like you said, psychological, Kev said, it has nothing to do with the actual, it does have to do with the opponent, but they're not in the division like the 49ers. 49ers have to win this game literally because they just have to. Y'all have to win this game for mental reasons. It has nothing to do with the division or none of that stuff. We know that y'all can climb back to the division. We know that they only one and a half game back behind the Commanders. I understand all that. But here's the thing. The last time we saw the Eagles play against the Buccaneers, they had 12 missed tackles. 12 missed tackles. You know what that told me, Tomo? Effort. You know what lack of effort comes from? Bad coaching. Or not bad coaching. They just don't believe in the coaching. All right? Also, 12 straight games, Tomo, they lost a turnover battle. I'm watching that too. Are they going to win a turnover battle this game? 12 straight games, Tomo. 12 straight games. I'm not talking about 12 games last 15, 12 games last 20. We're talking about 12 straight games. They have lost a turnover battle dating back to last season. 22 turnovers, right, that they gave up, and they only forced 7 in the last 12 games. Terrible. Eagles are the only team, Tomo, in the NFL, the only team that haven't scored in the first quarter. So I'm watching that too. How are y'all going to start this game? And when you have slow starts, what else is that, Tomo? Your coach. It's your coach preparation. How well is your team prepared? I know about us. We come out the gate and score touchdowns. That's what we do. You know what I mean? Y'all come out, y'all score too. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm watching y'all, But the Eagles, the only team in the NFL, we talking about the Panthers. We talking about the Titans. We talking about the Bears where Caleb Williams wasn't doing this thing. We talking about the Steelers who people say they can't score. Somebody I know on FaZe who's an Eagles fan, talking about they can't score. Y'all can't even score in the first quarter. So I want to see that. So that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about. That's what I want to see. And last time I saw them talk before the bye week, what did Jalen Hurts say? We have our moments. About his coach. They asked about his coach, right? We have our moments. And then after the bye week, did you talk to your coach? After the bye week, they basically had a moment. You know what I mean? So it's like, dang, the way he described it, it was like y'all actually had a problem. So if they come out sluggish again, Tomo, and they come out and continue the streak, Tomo, and they come out and have double-digit sacks, Tomo, and on top of that, Commanders 42-14. Cowboys 34 what? 34, we got beat on 34-17, something like that, 34-15. The Giants beat them. You telling me every team in the NFC East scratched off the Browns? Right? And Deshaun Watson had an 8 QBR against us? We're not the best defense. 8 QBR. Should
have been -88. That's what it should have been. It was on 8.
And the Eagles run up in there and they lose to this Browns team. Tomo, season ain't over, but something got to change. Somebody got to go. So it is a must win for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I literally just was looking at something while you were talking and said Hurts is second in the NFL with 7 turnovers. And acknowledge that in training camp, that he didn't throw any interceptions. So coming out of training camp and then going into the season, again, that's another psychological edge. But everything you said about the NFC East is the real reason why the Eagles need to win this game. And Kev, you understand this because you're in the NFL chat. Click member or click the link below and become a member so you can join our IG chats because the Giants beat the Browns. And we all know how certain people feel about the Giants and their quarterback. And if they can beat the Browns and you all went and got their running back, that I'm sorry, man. Unless you all just want to tank it so you can get your coach fired and then start fresh that way. I mean, I'm not giving y'all an excuse to lose, but I'm just saying I've seen teams do that before. They get the coach fired and then they go on a run. So I don't know, but you, me, Joe, and the rest of Philly know that you all can't lose to the Browns, man. You can't. You cannot. I'm sorry. Nah, they are the Giants. You cannot lose to the Browns. Even let's go to the next. I'm sorry.
You know what's funny, Tomo? You didn't even mention the Cowboys and Commanders. You say, "Yo, the Giants beat the Browns. That's all you gotta say.
I know how I feel about the Giants. Like, come on, bro. And that O-line ain't even that good.
And the Giants gave him a touchdown to start the game, and they still won.
That's what I'm saying. And the Giants did it again. I think the Giants are starting to do that in games so they can. When they did that with the Seahawks last week, they gave him a 102 return on an interception. They gave the Seahawks 7 points. They spot team 7 points. They didn't spot us 7. I wish they would have, but they spotting team 7 points and then still finding ways to win. You can't do that. Nah. And I think y'all team is way better than the Giants.
Hey, shout out to David. A man said 2 teams on life support.
You seen what Ty said after that, right? Ty said, "No, the Browns not on life support." It's the next one. Said they not on life support. They getting dropped in the hole as we see. Like, it's over. It's over. Y'all gotta win that one. I'm sorry, kid. I don't care if y'all win by 3. You just gotta win the game.
Yeah, bro. They gotta win. They lose Tomo. Carr's gonna be the laughing stock of the chat, bro. Like, he gonna be a laughing stock, bro.
Nah, I don't want that for you, kid. I don't want that for you.
Yeah.
So, this guy got fired, but they calling this guy a coach killer. One guy coming off of 9 for 30. This AFC East, man. I don't think it's just their year. See, normally I have a nice little title for some of these segments, but these 2 teams right here just need a win so bad that it's just Jets versus Bills. Like, I don't even got too much to say about it because we all know what just happened with Robert Saleh or Saleh, Robert S. Because I don't want to butcher your last name. So Robert S. We all know what just happened with Josh Allen. We spoke about it. We went back and forth about it. You know, AJA president approached us 3 times about it. He went to the comments and to the Archwell chat about it. But then everybody's now pointing a light on Aaron Rodgers. They like, hey man, what's that in the corner right there? I see a lot of coaches' names. It's a lot of coaches you getting fired. It's a lot of bad people that's associated with you. So Joe, which team needs to win more? Hey, in the red corner, you definitely know that. Shout out to my man.
Which team? The Jets. This is easy. Jets, Jets. Yes, them, the Jets. Why did they fire their coach? The coach goes into the game, goes into this coaching staff before the game against an undefeated team, Tomo, the Minnesota Vikings. Undefeated team who beat Green Bay, blew out the Texans, beat the 49ers, and beat the beloved Giants. And then before the game, he said, you know what? This is a must win, y'all. This is a must win. We had to win this game. They lose that game, not because of Robert Saleh, because of Aaron Rodgers' 3 interceptions in the offense. And what happened? He gets fired. 5 minutes after, he demoted Nathaniel Hackett for my man Todd Downing. Gets fired. Promotes the defensive coordinator who Robert Saleh brought there. And then what he do, Tomo? Demote Nathaniel Hackett and promote Todd Downing. Now, he said, I feel like we needed to make a change. I feel like the owner said this is all on him. It went on Aaron Rodgers. And I believe him. I do believe him. I do believe that he think him and Aaron Rodgers had issues. I don't think Aaron Rodgers went to the owner and said, fire him. I think the owner sensed vibes and he said, I'm choosing the coach over the quarterback. I feel like that actually happened. He probably talked to Aaron Rodgers. You know what? He probably asked Aaron Rodgers, what you think? But I don't think Aaron Rodgers went to him and said, I need you to do this. The owner probably went to Aaron Rodgers. But he made that decision picking Aaron Rodgers over the owner. And he said we needed a spark. This is an opportunity to win to take the division lead, Tomo. If they win this game, they take the lead. Is this game at home? I didn't even check. Is this at home? Do you know?
Let me look at it. I got it up, but it's showing Bills versus Jets, so that means the Jets at home.
Jets at home.
Yep.
You are home. Monday night. Although we should be playing Monday night, but it's all good. We should be playing Sunday night. Forget the Bengals and Giants. Monday night. For real, man. What the heck? It's going to be the highest rated 1 p.m. game in NFL history. Monday night football in New York. Yeah, Tom, what it is?
No. I wasn't gonna say I was gonna save it because we play at 4. So y'all being the highest rated, meaning everybody gonna be excited about that game. So nobody will pay attention to the Cowboys and the Lions, and we can sneak out with a dub. That I'm also looking at the positives in this. Like, nah, do y'all thing. Hey, y'all moment.
Yeah, I'm glad we got 1 o'clock instead of 4 though. I'm gonna be busy around 6. But look, Monday Night Football in New York, you have a chance to win the division. The Bills are off of back-to-back losses. We're talking about all ugly losses. Blown out by the Ravens. Josh Allen 9 for 30 against the Texans. And y'all have a great defense. If y'all defense don't show up and y'all lose this game, oh my God. You know how dumb they gonna look, Tomo? How bad they gonna look, Tomo? This is a must win. Not only for the season, because when you lose this game, you're 2 games behind the Bills.
Yep.
And you're 2-4. But on top of that, for the fans, because the fans want to know why you fired Robert Saleh. That's what the fans want to know. And then if y'all lose to the Bills and the defense let you down, oh my goodness, it's gonna be New York media gonna go crazy. I feel bad for the defensive coordinator. So yes, Tomo, I think this is a must win, and I think they're gonna lose. A lot of must win.
I think it's more of a must win, and I'm not saying for the Jets. It's a must win for Aaron Rodgers. It really is. And you got to look at it like what I said in my opening, in my intro to the topic. Because one, now the world is starting to look at it and say, man, you got Mike McCarthy fired. You got Robert Saleh fired. Again, Nathaniel Hackett technically got demoted on your watch. I mean, everybody that you brought over here outside of Alan Lazard was bad. So again, you played the 4 snaps, and of course, injury, you can't control that. And the offensive line, you technically can't control that. But instead of having a back and forth with your head coach, you should have went to ownership and said, hey, get me some more help up front, and we can actually do some things. Because one thing that the Jets stopped doing is they stopped running the ball. Like, you got Breece Hall and you got the young dude Allen. And I went up against both of these guys in back-to-back weeks in fantasy. So I'm not mad that they didn't run the ball, but they stopped running the ball. So again, Aaron Rodgers, you need to win this game because everything Joe just said, the media is going to start to look at you, but the guys also in that locker room are going to start to look at you. Robert Saleh was there before you got there. And some of these rookies was drafted by him. He's a defensive coordinator. Some of these rookies, and that's the best thing on the Jets, is their defense. They're going to start to look around and be like, hey, bro, you got my coach fired. And you're not even performing. Like, we know you are Aaron Rodgers, but some people might start saying, you ain't no Tom Brady. Like, at least when Brady went down to the Bucs and started changing stuff, they started winning. You came over here and brought nothing but drama. You didn't come to mandatory training camp. You didn't try to participate too much with the team. And now everything's starting to fail, but yet you want to point fingers. Like, nah, you going to have to fix this. So you need to go out there and win these games. So again, Nathaniel Hackett, it's time to get the hatchet. It's time to go. Like, and I said that was Martin, but I was wrong on the last episode. That was really from In the House. One, I think it was a runner, it was a wide receiver, and he was called the Hatchet Man. And it's a whole story back there. But go watch In the House and just look up YouTube In the House, the Hatchet, and you'll understand.
Yeah, better sponsors too for that. No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
There we go. But yeah, it's more so for Aaron Rodgers because again, Josh Allen said we started 3-0 and we lost 2 games straight to 2 good teams. I mean, I dealt with a quarterback who didn't know how to beat good teams for a while, or the mantra is that he don't know how to beat good teams. And you can bounce back from those because you can play a bad team and then you can get your rhythm back right. And I don't think the locker room or the media is going to turn on Josh Allen because they haven't yet. They some GM came out and said some things. FJA has said some things about him, but the mass media, they're not going to turn their back on him. But the media is starting to turn on Aaron Rodgers. Everyone's starting to call him out. And that bad man has been playing bad, man. So shout out to you, Stephen A. Smith. But the Jets, not even the Jets, Aaron Rodgers needs this game more than the team.
Mm-hmm. And the owner, man, he made the move to fire Robert Saleh. And the defensive coordinator, you have to play well defensively. Y'all have to play well defensively because we saw back-to-back games. Josh Allen been handled defensively and statistically. No, not the Texans, but the Ravens. The Jets statistically are better than the Ravens. Since week 1, the Jets have been the best defensive team in the NFL. Since week 1, Tomo, listen to this. Since week 1, The Jets have the best yards per game since week 1 because the 49ers they got crushed. Yards per game, they allow 139. Number 1 is really 253.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they are destroying opponents. They are second in points per game since week 1. You look at the total for the year. So since week 1, they have been lost out. They've been averaging 13 points per game since week 1. So if they come into Buffalo, they go into New York against Buffalo in the defense, and Josh Allen and no receiver, Buffalo Bills throw a party on y'all or score a bunch of points on y'all, that's not going to look good. Because Robert Saleh, we saw him with the 49ers, Tomo. We saw him as defensive coordinator. And then with Zach Wilson and Mike White, Joe Flacco, he won 7 games every year, except for the first year. But come on, we know that team wasn't no 7-win team. When they beat the Eagles, Tomo, we were like, come on, bro. That was all defense. All defense.
It was.
So
and most of those games, he knew with his quarterback, he had to play all defense because that's just what it was. And that's why I said what I said. That team was going to start to look at him and be like, well, Joe won't refuse to lose. You said we won with Zach Wilson. You better than Zach Wilson. You better than Sam Darnold. So hold on. I got you, Joe. Hold on.
Yes, sir. And then you think about it, Zach Wilson is on a bench right now behind Bo Nix. Dang, Carl. Bo Nix. He's behind Bo Nix.
I do the same thing.
Now, Bo Nix, he had a good game last game. He was pretty good. You know what I mean? But this season, he hasn't really been that good to me. Like, he's been turning the ball over. And Zach Wilson's a third string on that team, on Denver Broncos. And we talking about the Jets won 7 games, 2 years in a row with him?
See?
Come on, man. Robert Saleh wasn't the issue. And shout out to LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy said that he knows close people for the Jets, and they love Robert Saleh. So it's not like it went in the locker room. Obviously, it was Aaron Rodgers. Him and Aaron Rodgers got a good relationship. Like, bro, like, I don't care what kind of relationship I got. Why are you pushing your coach on national television? Like, come on, man. Like, as a leader.
I told y'all in the offseason. Remember I told y'all in the offseason when they did the press conference, and he was like, Robert, I was like, there's no hierarchy here. Like, what's going on? He was like, Coach Robert. He's like, nah, me and Robert have a great relationship. I was like, all right, I guess.
Bruh. Like, come on. Like, Tomo, like, as a leader, like, before you become a leader, you have to be a good follower. You have to. Yeah. If Tomo say, hey, Joe, you know what? Hey, Joe, I got an organization. I want you to be a part of it. Guess what? Tomo is a leader. I'm going to submit to Tomo. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to submit to Tomo because guess what? What Tom Brady do? He submitted to Belichick, and because he submitted to Belichick's coaching style, everybody else fell in line. That's why I hate when people say, oh, if Aaron Rodgers would have had Belichick, he would have won 7 Super Bowls. He would have asked for a trade week 2. The way his attitude is, he would have asked for a trade a long time ago. That's what I'm saying. Like as a leader, bro, you gotta set the example, especially as a quarterback. Come on, man. And sorry, Tom, because you all. I know you already started with. Why did we get mad at Zach Wilson? Because he didn't. Because remember, he didn't take accountability in the daggone press conference.
Yep,
he wasn't being
that's
a
exactly
leader.
It. Yep. Like, I remember that. I remember we killed Zach Wilson because of that episode. Yeah, me and Dave went off. He was like, nah.
Like a little kid.
Then he came back next game and tried to clean that up. I'm like, nah, buddy. You lost that.
He did try to clean up real good.
It's like, nah, man.
Shout out to Dave, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, the last time these teams met was last year when the Jets beat the Bills in overtime. Yeah.
Nah, that was week 1. That was last time they met in New York.
Yeah. That was the 4 snaps with Aaron Rodgers. And then, that's when I killed Josh Allen because he was supposed to win that game.
So you telling me Zach Wilson won that game?
Yeah.
So that's a more of a must win, Tomo.
Yeah. For him, I'm telling you, every game he played this year is for him. Because what did everybody say? We picked the Jets to win this division because we want to see where Aaron Rodgers is. We picked the Jets to do this because they have Aaron Rodgers. And every game outside of maybe the Pats game for real, we've been questioning Aaron Rodgers. We have not questioned anybody else on the Jets. We've literally just questioned him and his relationship with his head coach. It sounded like a segment we talked about just before, but one of these guys has a Super Bowl ring. I'm not going to do too much.
There you go.
I'm not going to do too much because my man already fighting a good fight for the NFC East, man. Continue to do that, kid. Hold us down. But speaking of NFC East, I don't understand. I kind of understand it. because these networks want to get paid. Like if you tell me I can debut LeBron James and his son in his first game, and then Amazon Prime try to come and be like, "No, we want this game." No, you don't. You don't get this one. You got to get the next one. So instead of flexing the Sunday night game to have Baltimore and DC go up against each other, they said, "No, we're just gonna keep it with Bengals and Giants." So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the Redeem Team Bowl, because both these teams lost to Jaden Daniels. So we're gonna see how good he really is when these two teams face off. Because one team lost to rookie/MVP in the running, Jaden Daniels. Both of these teams did. And then the other team lost to two-time MVP Lamar Jackson with one of the craziest catches.
And the other one is the only team in the NFC that beat Lamar Jackson. Go ahead.
Look at the Spider-Man meme going on here. But we talking about one of these teams and they jonesing for the end zone because the Giants look to get their first win this season at home. And Daniel Jones is also looking to get his first touchdown at home. Because I don't know if you all noticed, but Daniel Jones hasn't thrown a touchdown at home either. Like he hasn't done it. So he's looking to kill two birds with one stone. And the way they've been playing, I know I killed them in the offseason, but this team has actually been showing up. I think they had another injury. I think Kayvon Thibodeau got hurt. I got to go back and see for sure and check. But I think they had an injury to their offensive line. But the Bengals lead this division. This rivalry 6-5. The last time they met, the Giants beat the Bengals 19-17 in 2020. That was a long time ago. And a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of receivers have changed. So you got LSU receivers. You got LSU quarterback. I don't know what Daniel Jones plays, but he's proven himself. You got a rookie running back who showed up last week and outside of Devin Singletary getting hurt. Bengals need this game, though. Because at the end of the day, the Giants are already 0-2 in their division. So the only thing they can do is either lose to the AFC and then find other ways to win. But you're talking about a team who's 1-4. A team who has been a major letdown. Because one, they started the offseason off with the wide receiver not getting paid. Technically, he want to jump the line, but he still showed up and he's been balling out every game. If you don't know, go back and watch on Phase. I know Joe gonna say a little bit from it, but y'all called it. He's been balling out every single game. Go ask the Ravens. He put up almost 200 on them. I know Terry watching that film, like if he can do it, I know I can. But I'm just saying. Bengals need this because going 1-5, and you supposed to be trying to go to the Super Bowl. You just lost to the Ravens, who could potentially win and take the lead. You also got the Steelers who are trying to maintain their winning streak. Winning streak. I don't know what the Steelers trying to do. George Pickens is messing up their locker room, Joe. George Pickens all over the place. They trying to trade him now. But then they don't know if Phil's the quarterback. They don't know Russ the quarterback. Russ taking family pictures every day. They dropping on the internet. He just having fun. I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh, but they'll find a way to win a game before the Bengals do, because the Bengals are finding ways to lose games because their defense hasn't stepped up. Your defense needs to step up. This is the game right here. You just I don't know. Slayton kind of showed out too. See, the Giants make it tricky after that Seahawks game because they like, we got weapons now. They make the GM look like he made the right move. I'm a little upset. I wanted him to be fired for paying Daniel Jones, and now he like, we give him a number one receiver. Daniel Jones is good. And he been balling, Joe.
He hasn't been turning the ball over like that either. He turned the ball over, but not like at a high rate, yo.
He got the protection. The GM seen it. Maybe that's why sometimes you just gotta sit back and do your job. You know what I mean? I ain't a GM for a reason because I'd have got fired. I'd have listened to his son. I'm trying to go get Jaden Daniels. But then again, if he listens to his son, they might be 5-0 because Jaden Daniels is balling. I'd have traded up. I'd have found a way to get Jaden Daniels.
We won't get rid of him.
I'd have found a way.
The Raiders offered 3 first-round picks. We said no.
I'd have found a way to get Jaden Daniels. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to. That ain't no problem. But y'all would have ended up with Caleb Williams or something like that. And I don't know how you feel about that, but I'd have found a way to get Jaden Daniels.
Hindsight.
But long story short,
like,
you're right. You as of right now, it's definitely 2020. And not gonna make that joke. But the Bengals need this win. Long story short, the Bengals need to win. Joe.
Yes, sir. They need this win, Tomo. You called it. First of all, over the Giants. First of all, they 1-4. Let's start there. Number 2, we, like you said, we consider them as contenders. I consider them the biggest threat to the Chiefs. And so far, they've been the closest to beat the Chiefs, too. been the closest. But the biggest threats. So I still believe they get to the playoffs, they'd be dangerous. Joe Burrow has been balling. Only one interception, like 14 TD, lead the league in touchdowns. He lead the league in everything except for completion percentage. I know who lead that. My guy leads that. But anyway, and he beat Joe Burrow, by the way. So, and I blame us. Because we were supposed to be that game. They turned the ship around, but we showed up and won. I'm sorry, Joe Burrow. But this is also a must win because I look at the standings, right? They go one. Now look, their schedule is favorable. Let's start there. They got a favorable schedule. The Bengals.
Okay.
They not. You know what? I'm not gonna say it's favorable. The world think it is, but I'm not gonna say that. You know why?
They could beat Cleveland.
They lose to the Giants. Okay. They got Cleveland. Tomo. For some reason, Joe Burrow struggles against Cleveland, bro. Like, he can't beat Cleveland. And it's in Cleveland. Do you remember last year against Cleveland? He had like 35 passing yards. Like,
that was bad. It was raining though.
But the year before that, this was late in the year. This wasn't like early Joe Burrow. This is prime time later in the year. He was terrible, and they blew the Bengals out. I don't remember what their quarterback was. I don't think that y'all.
If it was late in the year, it was Flacco.
No, not last year. Year before last.
Oh, year before.
Flacco wasn't there.
Who was around?
I don't know who it was. But I know they lost, and they had nothing to do with their quarterback. It's Joe Burrow, and the offense couldn't do nothing. Cleveland just has his number. Then they got Philly. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be Kellen Moore Philly or Sirianni Philly. I don't know. But by then, they got Philly. Then they got the Raiders. I don't know. We don't know. But then they got the Ravens and the Chargers and the Steelers and then y'all. So, it's not a cakewalk. His schedule is not a cakewalk. But you look at the AFC standings. Right now, the Bengals have the worst record in the league, tied with the Patriots, the Browns, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. But you look at the top 7. The Chiefs. We know they ain't catching the Chiefs. The Houston Texans. They not probably catching Houston Texans. Now, it's going to be interesting with the Houston Texans. Nico Collins is injured now. They put him on IR, I believe. Oh, yeah, by the way, you mentioned Kayvon Thibodeau. He just had surgery. He just had wrist surgery.
Okay. So
you're
it was
right.
him. Okay.
So he is injured. But then you got Baltimore. I think we both believe Baltimore will finish with a better record. They're not winning that division. Buffalo. I know how you feel about Buffalo. But you got Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Broncos, and Chargers. Now, Broncos and Chargers are the two. Broncos especially, it's a team that we all looking at like, you know what? They can get got. But like I said, based on the schedule, it's not a cakewalk. And another thing, Tomo, they already lost to the Patriots. So if you lose to the Giants too, it's like, dang. You lost to 2 teams that you had no business losing to this year. No, don't get me wrong. People might say about the Commanders, but the Commanders are showing something different. You know what I mean? We number 1 offense in the league, points per game, all that stuff. You lost to the Ravens. We understand that. But you lost to the Patriots and the Giants. Nah, Tomo. I'm gonna say it right here. If they lose to the Giants, bro, they season over. This is out of all the must wins we did.
This is the must win.
This is a must win. If you don't win this game, you're not making the playoffs. Point blank. So yes, it's a must win.
All right, so I went and looked up the quarterback. I think this was the year you said that. I think it was like 41-16. It was
dang.
It was Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, it's 2 years ago? No, 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was Baker. I'm going off what is it, 2021? Oh no, you said 2 years ago. Dang.
2 years ago. This is 2022.
When Joe Burrow was hurt? I think he got hurt.
Nah, he was there. Joe Burrow was there. Hold on.
Let's say against the Browns, you got. Oh, here you go, right here. Yeah, here you go. 2022. 32-13.
It was prime time.
Yep. I don't want to care about Joe Burrow. Who was the Browns quarterback?
How many rushing yards they had?
Joe.
Oh my gosh, who was it?
It was Jacoby Brissett.
How many rushing yards they had?
Nick Chubb had total. They had 172, but Nick Chubb had 101. He had 2 TDs. Jacoby Brissett threw a touchdown.
What did Joe Burrow do?
What in the world? Jacoby Brissett did that to y'all? Joe Burrow was 25 for 35, threw for 232, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They couldn't run the ball. They had a total of 36 rushing yards. And receiving, they had a total of 232. Yeah, that was a bad day.
And that was prime time, right?
I don't got the time, but yeah.
Okay. What week was it? Do you know what week it was?
Week 8 or 9.
Week 8, okay.
Could have been 8 or 9 because they both was the Bengals was 4-4 and the Browns was 3-5 at that time.
And they were in Cleveland, right?
Had to be the Cleveland Browns. It's funny. It said the Cleveland Browns schooled the Cincinnati Bengals on Halloween too. So yeah, it probably was in Cleveland.
I remember watching that time, like, dang, like what the heck? Why the Browns just own? Like they just. I wonder, like Joe Burrow record versus. I'm looking at it right now versus the Browns. He's 1-5 against the Browns.
Yeah. Nah, this is the must win of all must wins. I agree with you on that one. I think if we had to rank them, it would have to be Bengals, Niners, Eagles, Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. So Daniel Jones, man, go out there and continue to shock the world, man, till y'all play the Cowboys.
Giants.
You did?
So I picked the Giants, 49ers, Eagles, and Bills.
I think the Bengals got to win this game. I don't know, though. Like I said, the Giants been shocking me. Even the Cowboys game, they shocked me because I was like, I thought it was going to be a blowout. Yeah, they showed up.
Lawrence is balling. Second in sacks. Shout out to Tom.
That's crazy, man. Let's get out of
here. So
I don't understand. This NFL season, man, this is gonna be the one for the Bucks. This NFL season is for the Bucks because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I know all the top teams are like not all, but you know what I'm saying. Like most of them are looking good, and the bottom teams are looking like I'm looking at the standings in the AFC. You know, we got the Broncos and
that's the one, Joe. It ain't y'all. You know, that's the one for me because I had jokes. I had nothing but jokes.
But we got the Broncos in the playoff picture. And then the NFC, the Vikings are 1. We are 2. The Falcons are 3rd, and the Seahawks are 4th.
And look what the teams that was winning last year, they like at the bottom of the pack.
Hey, Tomo, y'all in there? Y'all 7.
I mean, right now.
Green Bay out
today.
Remember last week y'all went in. Y'all went in last week. This week y'all in.
I know. Yeah, we about to get out of here, but I seen Ty post something earlier, and they were talking about the tiers of teams.
Offenses. Right.
Okay. All right. It had to. I ain't read. I just seen the tiers and went back. I was like, why is Green Bay at number 1? Like they struggling right now.
It was based off of what they did, production and projection.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Jordan Love throwing 56 attempts a game. That's cool. I got you.
They had a good second half.
I pick up what y'all putting down. But before we get out of here into our last words, I got some news, Joe. Hassan Reddick parts ways with his agent. Yep. Said he's no longer the Jets pass rusher is no longer with agency amid holdout. I think he's with CAA. So yep, he fired his agent.
He couldn't get the job done.
He probably stopped picking up the phone for both of them. He like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
I know the owner over here begging that song to come back. I'm like, this owner going outside for real.
You got to be a psychologist to understand what's going on. I'm like, no, you don't. He wanted a contract. What's so hard about that? You traded for him.
Like, come back for what? You got a contract for me? Like,
exactly.
Like, come on, bro. You think I really care about y'all winning right now? When I want to get my bread. That's what I'm here for. Come on now.
I went to the Super Bowl. You think I care about regular season games? Like, I'm okay.
Especially how y'all look.
Yeah.
Especially how y'all look. Come on now. And y'all winning without me, different story. But y'all not. Y'all 2-3.
And you can't trade me. You can't trade me because everybody knows that I want a contract. So what you gonna do? Like, you can't be like, oh, I want a number 2 pick. No, you don't. You can't get a second round pick for that.
This is last year, right?
I think so.
All right. It's gonna be a free agent.
I think.
Dang, man, like when players sell a whole year, it just don't like.
It don't look good. And
Le'Veon
Bell played for the Jets, didn't he? I'm just saying, bro. This team got bad juju. I don't know what it is. You just gotta get drafted by the Jets. Don't just sign it. You just got Jets. You just gotta build through the draft. That's my message for y'all. Just build through the draft.
The owner, bro, like Jets fans don't like I'm not saying like, they think the owner has done a poor job since he's been there.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
He not like Daniel Snyder. Daniel Snyder was a bad guy. Like he did some wild stuff.
At least he attempted to go get players. You know,
No, I'm talking about like moral wise. He was wild.
Oh yeah, no. I was talking about like as far as him just trying to make sure the team, even though he was bad for the fan base, he at least gave y'all some form of hope with free agency.
He did, signing Josh Norman to a $70 million contract, signing Albert Hainsworth to a $100 million contract. You're right. He has tried. He just need to keep his nose out our business and let the GMs do their job.
There you go, because
and that's why I said
I knew where you was coming
from.
Firsthand. You ain't gotta tell me. I own it. Hey, Jerry. Jerry, go ahead, just drop the helicopter again. We won the game. Drop the helicopter in practice again. It obviously worked. Do it again.
You ain't gotta tell me. You talking about like my owner, the GM.
And he ain't really the GM. He just like I am.
I know it's still a GM, but he gonna talk to Stephen A. And can't nobody do it like me. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Yes, bro, you losing right. Come on, bro. Come on. Like for publicity, don't get me wrong, you're a great owner. For publicity, you waited to pay both of your guys just to get recognition in the media.
Now, what I will say is, and also to add to what you were saying, he gives the play as I would say that's more so an owner though, because when you walk into like when players come to Dallas and they do the interviews and leave, and they're like, bro, that's one of the best facilities I've ever been in. Now I don't know why we can't win, but that's one of the best facilities. They talking about like Jerry provide Uber 24-hour Ubers for like players that go out, so you have no excuse to drink and drive. Like he'll give you your own personnel if you one of those players that's just known for getting in trouble. Like I've been watching the Aaron Hernandez thing on FX, so it's just like if you just been known to find your way into trouble, he'll find the right resources to make sure you stay on track. Like he'll give you everything you need, and that's why when you come on here and say like it's not Jerry Joe, it's the players. I'm like I agree because he like look, I just want you to win on Sunday. Like I don't want you to worry about nothing off the field. I'll give you everything off the field. I just want you to win on Sunday, and y'all can't even do that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going out there talking crazy.
That's good. He's a good owner, bro.
They just can't.
He's an owner. That's the point. He's an owner, and he's a good one. So his owner habits are going to overtake the GM habits, bro.
Every time.
If we see an opportunity to make more money as an owner, he's going to take it, bro. He could have been paid that. Could have been paid CD. But what he do? The media talked about it all summer. They get all the attention, and they say, "No, we're gonna pay y'all, but we're gonna pay y'all the top dollars." Like, come on,
we don't want to reset the market, but you reset the market.
Exactly.
I told you they're gonna pay you.
Parsons. But Tomo,
Micah messed up.
I hope y'all keep looking good without Parsons.
Micah messed up.
It's cool. Let him mess up. I hope we keep messing up, and I hope you keep looking good without Parsons. Because Dan Quinn on the other side.
Y'all got Frankie Lavuvu. And
you got Frankie Lavuvu. We said what? Frankie
Lavuvu, whatever. I told you I'll be killing that Frankie L. Y'all got Frankie L.
Look, Frankie Lavuvu on one side, Michael Parsons on the other, Bobby in the middle.
I don't ever want to hear Bobby Wagner's name again in football. That's why I don't watch our games.
Why?
Because he's supposed to come to Dallas, bro. So I go wherever Dan Quinn go, and then you skip out, go back to Seattle.
I know. He went to the Rams in Seattle.
And then say, "Oh, he gone? I'm gonna go all the way across the country and play for." Man, get out of here.
Dan Quinn probably like. That's probably what he told him. I'm gonna be a head coach soon. Just wait.
Bro, do you imagine what Bobby Wagner would have did with Michael Parsons? Like Michael Parsons would probably have been one of the best linebackers out here right now.
Frankie, you're right. I agree. But look, I know we gotta leave, Tomo. But look, this part what happened. Because he left Seattle, his contract was up, and Dan Quinn was like, you know what I mean, he was on the fence. And then, you know what I mean? So he went to see, he probably talked to Dan Quinn, hey Dan, listen, I know you got one more year left in Dallas. I'm gonna go to the Rams for 1 year. They just won a Super Bowl. I'm gonna try to give me a ring, and then I'm coming back with you. He goes to the Rams, they don't win. And then Dan Quinn like, Jerry begged me to stay. He begged me to stay, and you know he did. Remember he
definitely did. He definitely did.
He begged me to stay. Just go back to Seattle for a year. You know what I mean? Get you comfortable there, and I got you next year. That's what happened. And then next year he came to Washington. Shout out to Ben Johnson. We ain't want you anyway.
Hey, Ben Johnson. If it don't work out with you could pull a what's his name? You can pull a Bobby Wagner, come on down to Dallas. That offensive scheme and the way you get running backs to run the football, you can come on down here. You know, you don't gotta worry about Jared Goff. I know they got Amon St. Brown, like they got the receivers, but we got CD. We got tight ends. You know, we can go draft a running back with the boy from Boise. Like we can go get bro from Boise. Like I think it's Beatty. Like we can make things happen.
Yeah, dude from Boise State.
Yeah, like the last time we got a good running back, we went to the playoffs. And he back now talking about he don't like his role. I told y'all he shouldn't have been on the team. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all ain't want to listen to me though.
Where he gonna go? He better start complaining.
He better convert to a fullback. Our fullback getting burned. You better convert over. I'm telling you, Zeke, you want to get on the field? You say you're a fullback now.
Oh man.
And Milk Hunters.
We just had.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna make this my last words.
No, go ahead.
All right, so this is my last words. I'm gonna just address the refuse to lose fantasy league. Hey, Milk Hunters. I tried to trade with you. You know, I tried to give you Rico Dowdle and another running back from the Raiders. Granted, you needed a quarterback. We could have talked. You traded for Geno Smith, Brandon Cooks, and Ezekiel Elliott and gave up Garrett Wilson. Yes, Teddy, I'm calling you out on air because I'm still upset about that trade. Rico Dowdle is now going to be the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys, and he just got like 25 points last week. Brandon Cooks is on IR for 4 weeks, and Zeke don't even have a role no more. I'm just saying, man, the deal was fair. It was right there. I'm kind of okay, though, because I ain't need Garrett Wilson, man. You know, Aaron Rodgers ain't throwing him the ball anyway, but still.
He threw the ball last game, though.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the trade would have worked out, and you would have got a win.
That's crazy. That's what I was like. Come on, Teddy. Come on, bro.
Then when I went off about the trade, everybody called me crazy. I'm like, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm telling y'all that this was a bad deal. Like, I know.
It really was. Like, look, I want to get some fantasy advice, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, man. Because, come on, bro. Trading. All right, let me get some fantasy. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do it, Tomo. Listen. Never trade for one. Never give up one person for 3. Because guess what? You're going to have to drop 2 people anyway. That's true. Come on, bro. If somebody want to get 3 players from you or give you 3 players, they got to give you 3 players. That's how it's got to work. Don't take 1 for 3 because you're going to have to drop 2 anyway. Think about it. Like, you lost that trade. You already lost that trade. And
exactly what you said here, Ty. That's exactly what the Cowboys did. They could have got 1 for 3. But they just chose Zeke, and now every play, Joe. Every play. I'm not even gonna do this. Let's get out of here. Every single time, he's a game changer. For $6 million, you would have had a game changer.
Talking about who you got tonight, Bengals or Giants? I mean, sorry, tonight is 49ers and Seahawks. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Niners, man. They gotta win this one.
Same. All right, same. All right, my last word. Shout out to the whole Ottawa family. Shout out to the hey. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, shout out to the whole Ottawa family. Shout out to the whole Ottawa network. I had to double check. Bird Stew will be ready by 4:25. I thought it was 4:15, 4:30. She gave me a specific time, 4:25. She said it will be ready a little sooner than that because people be ready to go eat. You know what I mean? It's not going to last long. But she said you're going to watch the whole game, and then we're going to watch it out. We're going to eat the food at 4:25, right before the Cowboys and Lions game. So if you want to come over for some Bird Stew, hit me up, and we can have it all together. But shout out to our family. Shout out to you, Tomo. Shout out to Dave. Coach couldn't make it today. I know he's on the flyer. He couldn't make it today. So make sure you guys tune into FFC Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs to get all your fantasy football advice for tonight and the weekend. All right? And that's it, Tomo.
Before we leave, you said one more thing.
I'm about to say that you don't keep it
I got to cut it off. I cut it off. You playing a different bird this week. You playing a different bird. It was for them. It was originally for the Ravens. Remember that. It started with them.
Yeah, you're right. You was exactly right. You did. I need to go start digging for that one. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Ravens versus Commanders tomorrow, y'all. Make sure you gotta tune in. Members only. Members only tomorrow. Commanders versus Ravens. Panda.
Easiest show I ever had to do. Easiest show, because I ain't gotta say a word.
I know he just all day.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, I'll make sure y'all become a member. All-Star and above, members only.
There it is. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.